Greetings, the Hijabi Gamer here, and it's the day. Today is the big day. The day everyone is looking forward to. The day the Witch Queen DLC for Destiny 2 finally releases. Everyone has been counting down on Twitter. Everyone is ridiculously excited. Bungie and Nolan North were bragging that over 1 million pre-orders had sold for this new DLC. And yet, while everyone else around me is ridiculously hyped, I'm more in a state of meh. In fact, I'm more concerned with how characters like Alid V, Darvo, and Viso have V's in their names, and there's no V in spoken corpus, than I am about the Witch Queen. Don't get me wrong, I'm definitely going to be playing it. I'm probably not going to sleep for nights because I'm going to be eagerly playing it, but it's not the usual excited anticipation I would have had for a new Destiny 2 DLC. Normally, I would have been counting down the days from the moment it was announced. Pre-ordered it on multiple consoles. Been preparing for it from weeks ago. Instead, I have it on the Xbox One. And that's it. Not even PlayStation or PC, just Xbox One. And like I said, I'm more concerned with corpus names than the Witch Queen. And it's depressing because everyone around me is so ridiculously hyped about this. And yet, my response has always been, yeah, but there's more content in Destiny 1. Which, until this comes out and we see, yeah, there's more content in Destiny 1. So I've been thinking about it. Why am I not excited about the Witch Queen? And thinking about it. And I have several theories, starting with gameplay mechanics. So, I love Destiny for the gameplay mechanics. It's not primarily about the loot for me. There are times where I have done things in the most inefficient way possible simply because the challenge of it. I've spent hours trying to figure out how to solo a Nightfall. Because, why not? Of course, I could always get a fire team and 3 people can easily do it. But that's not as much fun as trying to figure out how to solo it. So, one of the things that definitely turned me off of Destiny 2 are the champions. Now, if you play Destiny 2, you know what the champions are. They are a cheap gimmick to artificially increase the difficulty. It's a stupid idea, and I wish they would get rid of them. It's basically you need to use the correct mod and the correct weapon to make sure you could damage a certain stun an enemy and break their shield bubble. If you don't, their health immediately comes back. It's basically, if you play Warframe, a cheap ass version of the Kuva Lich. Kuva Lich, you need 3 different mods on your Parazon, and there's this whole elaborate... I haven't fought any Kuva Lich. I do have one up in the game. He keeps laughing at me and making fun of me and telling me how he has 1 sector. Well, Habibi, you have Earth. I have all the rest. And I'm laughing at you. You're the stupid one, not me. But the champions to me feel like a cheap version of the Kuva Lich. And it sucks. Because you basically have 2 weapon choices for every type of champion. Every season, it changes, and the mods change. And you have to earn the mods, and then you have to make sure you equip them before you do something that has that specific type of champion. It's just the most annoying thing. And it artificially increases the difficulty without any creativity. You could have come up with a more creative, interesting way of making things harder. Instead, you just said, okay, you have this enemy. Oh, you don't have the right gun? Yeah, you're not doing any damage. It sucks. And it has turned me off of Destiny 2 ever since they introduced the idea. In addition, there is the story. The story to me has been going downhill since the season of the Splicer. The idea of the conversation, yeah, don't get me wrong. So they've done some creative mechanics to their storytelling, but the storytelling itself sucks. And I've often used the example of the New War, because the New War, in 1 hour, 1 hour of gameplay, DE did what Bungie could not do in an entire season. And that is make you sympathize with the enemy. I started the season of the Splicer intrigued by the idea of being allied with the Fallen. I ended the season of the Splicer hating the Fallen with a passion. Whereas I'm pretty sure now, I've always been biased towards the Corpus since I've been playing Warframe several years ago. But I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people who entered into the new war with little to no interest in the Corpus or the Grineer and came out of it wondering what happened to them during the new war. Because we have an entire fleet of Corpus and Grineer fighting off the Sentients. And you have two very likable characters. I have not heard a single criticism against Call 175 or Viso-R other than, what is it with Viso's haircut? Which, by the way, if you look at the Valkyrie Prime trailer, yeah, that's actually canon. If you look really careful, yeah, it's been like that for years. They just apparently suck at doing hair and facial hair on Corpus, but that's been something that's been going on for years. Also, the fact that V isn't in the spoken language, so Viso isn't a Corpus name. But that's just me. I'm pretty sure no one else is questioning that. But I haven't heard a single criticism of Viso or Call. But I've heard a lot of criticisms of the Fallen. In addition, it's turned me off of Osiris, Saint 14, Ikora Rey, because they were all lousy characters in the entire season of the Splicer, and the season after it. You know, I liked Osiris before we met Osiris. I liked Saint 14 until we met Saint 14. And this whole story was just a convoluted, stupid mess of butt-kissing the Fallen. The moment they tried to they attacked Saint 14 for killing Fallen, he was like, I'm sorry, I killed the Fallen. Dude, girl backbone. Period. The Fallen are invaders. Just the whole thing between Saint 14 and the Fallen was just, it killed Saint 14 for me. All of it. And then Ikora Rey basically kissing the butt of the Fallen captain. Just, it was a butt-kissing fest of everybody complimenting each other and saying how wonderful they are. And then the fact that they allowed the Fallen into the tower, so you could see them all over the tower, and you want to boot them right off the wall. Those two little brats at the spawn point. I swear, if I could kick the little ones off the side of the tower. And then they added the baby Fallen to try and, what, make you feel bad? No. The Fallen invaded. The Fallen started numerous wars. The Fallen betrayed our trust numerous times, and yet somehow you want me to sympathize with them. No. So I hate half the characters we are going into this season with. Ikora Rey, Osiris, Saint 14, that stupid Fallen captain, Savathun, because the whole thing with Savathun is also ridiculously stupid. You know Savathun is going to be a bad guy. Because the entire thing is about the Witch Queen and Savathun being the bad guy. So to hear them sitting there talking about Savathun, why are you so stupid? You know Savathun is going to betray you. Even okay, give the characters the benefit of the doubt. They don't know it. But come on. You know Savathun is going to... Even if you didn't know about the next season, you're trusting a hive? No. We joked during my live stream, that would be exactly like if Keladathame, a Grineer, were to suddenly appear in the middle of a Corpus ship and be like, I'm here to be your friend. The only reason they would do it is to find who are the dumbest Corpus tech, and then she appears and she kills them off. So you're getting rid of your most unreliable employees. An announcement a day in advance. All Corpus tech, Keladathame is coming aboard to give out free autographs. And there's going to be about a dozen Corpus tech who are so stupid that they're going to go meet Keladathame, and she's going to boot them all out in airlock. And then Alad V is going to pass her a couple credits and be like, thanks for helping me get rid of the worst of my employees. It's exactly like that. Savathun is hive. Do you really think you could trust her? I hate to say this, but Osiris should have been a write-off. You should be like, yeah, that's not happening, Savathun. We don't trust you. Go. Instead, the whole story with and having her talk to you throughout, I started to basically numb her out. I got tired of being talked to and calling me her guardian friend. I'm not your friend, Savathun. I'm not. Regardless of the next season. No. Until you prove to be, you're not my friend. So this whole thing with Savathun was just, and then the storytelling itself, where you don't even see them removing the hive worm. You don't even see Osiris. It's basically just nonstop toki 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 toki. God. In the entire season, the last season, there were less cutscenes than the New War. Yeah. And then add the whole soap opera drama between the Crow, Petravenge, Ikore, and Marasov. Dear God, you just, like I said, I didn't care. I got tired of the whole thing, and now you're telling me there's probably going to be more of that? No. Look, I like the story of Destiny. Don't get me wrong. I like it. I like the idea of being the hero. Saving the planet and the solar system. Fighting the baddies. I don't care about the emotional, touchy-feely arguments between Marasov and Oldrinsov. And dear God, she is a toxic sister. Oh my God, is she a horrible sister. If as an older sister myself, I am just appalled by how she talks about her brother. It's like just a part of me. How do I put this? I think they're a little too close. Given how sometimes I think they're a little disgustingly too close. It could be just me. Maybe I'm misreading things. I desperately hope I'm misreading things. But the way they speak about each other, at least Marasov, yeah, that's way no. Were they originally not meant to be brother and sister? Because, yeah. So, yes, the season of the Witch Queen is starting. And I hate every character involved. I hate the story. And I hate the lack of gameplay in Destiny 2. Every time they add something new, it's a bunch of champions and a 6-player, multiplayer, arena killing thing. Oh, and then don't get me started on Star Pony. Oh my God. That is the dumbest thing I have ever seen. The horse is neighing. It's just, Zur was a mysterious character. Now he has a horse. This is the 30th anniversary for Bungie, and you gave Zur a horse and a game show that involves killing enemies. Okay. Star Pony. Right. And I'm sure Alad V has a Kavat. But that Kavat is in command of its own ship. Yep. Right. That was a big disappointment. I love Destiny 2. Don't get me wrong. But this game has gone severely downhill in the last year. And I hope the addition of Sony greatly improves things because wow. I've played a little Destiny in the last month, but not much. I've primarily been playing Warframe. Because, wow. Star Pony. Yeah. So, I'm definitely going to be playing it. Oh, and then don't get me started on the removal of the content. That just completely has pissed me off. There is no story content in Destiny 2 right now. You can't replay any of the old campaigns, no heroic story missions, none of that. Content that I paid a lot of money has been removed from the game. Yeah, I'm pissed. I'm still salty about that. I thought when they said that they would be revolving content in and out of the vault, we would be getting old content back. I want the Red War. This isn't... Putting aside the fact that I paid for it, it isn't even fair to new players. The Red War is a big event in the history of Destiny. You got rid of the Red War. And now you're getting rid of Forsaken. You're getting rid of Forsaken. Look, I did not like Cade dying off. But this is a key piece of DLC. And you're taking... This is content people paid for. You're taking out Forsaken a month after DE makes the new war replayable. Right. Okay. So the new war is free. You can play it as many times as you want. A year from now, I bet you will still be able to play the new war. A year from now, will you even be able to play the Witch Queen? Who knows? I'm extremely salty about this because I liked the Red War. I know some of the writing was very cringe, but I liked the Red War. I liked the fact that after you completed, there were adventures all over the map that added to the story. I like story missions. I play them in Destiny all the time, the heroic story missions. But you remove that from Destiny 2. Completely. There used to be a option to do heroic story missions. That's gone. The game has become an arena, multiple arenas. What is the point to even going to the planets? And then add the champions, and it's just like... Yeah, I'd rather play Warframe. At least people have criticized Warframe when I've mentioned that I like playing Warframe, that the grind is massive. I won't deny it. But at least when you're grinding in Warframe, you're grinding towards a real actual reward. What are you grinding towards in Destiny? Dear God, if I get one more goddamn ship or emote or the exact same gun with different rolls. At one point, I had like 15 of the same weapon with slightly different rolls. Whereas with Warframe, yes, I'm grinding till Rigor to get Equinox. Yeah, it's taken me... I'm still missing like 2 pieces, and I've done it like... And you need 8 for Equinox. And I'm still working on that, and I've done it multiple times. But at least, eventually, I'm going to get the last 2 pieces, and I'm going to get a cool new Warframe out of it. What the rewards for the 30th anniversary are more emotes. Bungie, stop focusing on the stupid emotes and focus on the actual game. I am sick of the... Look, I've got so many goddamn stupid emotes at this point. And you can only have 4 of them equipped. Just sick of the stupid emotes. So, I mean... You used to have elaborate... I don't know. I mean, remember Outbreak Prime? Anyway... like I said, I'm definitely going to be playing Destiny 2, The Witch Queen, when it comes out. But I am extremely skeptical and frustrated. And then add the fact that the Bungie store... Oh, don't get me wrong, the Bungie store shipping has improved. It's gotten better. It's not 3 months. But add on top of everything else. And it's like, what are you doing, Bungie? You're my favorite developer, but what are you doing? I don't know. Anyway, those are my thoughts on it. Why I'm definitely just not as hyped for the Witch Queen as I normally would have been. I want to know what other people think, because I'm really curious to know, does anybody actually like the champions? I hate them, but I'm curious to know, is there anybody who likes them, and why? Or the season of the Splicer. The only thing I've heard is that people have said it was to show you the Fallen's perspective. But honestly, seeing the Fallen's perspective, I'm not bothered or ashamed by it. Like I said, they're invaders. If they are terrified of me as a guardian, good. It means they're not going to start another war and kill millions of humans. So like I said, I don't feel guilty about it. As a guardian, I don't. It's different with the Corpus and the Grenier. I saw that Valkyr Prime trailer where Valkyr's going through a whole bunch of Corpus who did absolutely nothing, and she's slaughtering them. And then you see that last guy holding the Sestra, and his hand is shaking, and he's staring at her and she goes and she just screams at him and kills him too. And it's like, whoa, wait a minute. These guys did absolutely nothing wrong except stand around and do their. They didn't shoot at her until she starts coming for them. Then it was like, okay, self-defense. So, yeah, the Corpus and the Grenier, even the Grenier, who, like I said, I can understand feeling guilty to a degree of needlessly slaughtering them. But the Fallen, no, they invaded our solar system. We need to, and they betrayed our trust and started wars. So, this is the only argument I've heard about that. I'm curious to know, did anybody else like the season of this? And look, I'm not criticizing. I like some of the gameplay mechanics that they added to the game. The story for the season of the Splicer was awful. Or the recent one with Savathun and Osiris and Saint 14. Am I the only one who's just turned off by Saint 14 and Osiris? Or the fact that they gave them a relationship that goes against canon? Read the goddamn comic book, Bungie. You changed it for your stupid story. For this recent, you went against canon because woke points? Look, I don't have a problem with Anna Bray or Devram K. But when you come and you go against canon, I got issues. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. It's a long video, but I hope to hear what other people think.